Hello, everyone, and welcome back. No, by far the most important thing taking up my time is making engines, not designing them. A lot of times, I've said, prototypes are easy, production is hard. A rocket engine is the most advanced ever made, but it hasn't sent anything into orbit yet. For some reason, though, the first engine is better than the Russian RD engines, which were already great designs. From the Raptor 1, which paved the way for later improvements, to the improved Raptor 2, and now to the amazing features of the Raptor 3, we've come a long way. We are going to talk about how these engines have changed over time to become stronger, more stable, and more efficient. But our study doesn't end there. We'll also take a look into the future with the highly anticipated Raptor 3X and talk about how it might change things and the revolutionary advances it promises to bring. These developments are not just amazing works of engineering, they are also steps towards SpaceX's big goal of colonizing Mars and traveling between planets. Because of this, today's show will give you a full picture of how rocket engines like the Raptor series are launching us into a new era of space exploration. Whether you're interested in space, technology, or just the next big thing in human progress, allow us to begin. First, though, make sure you click like and subscribe. Hello, and welcome to Tesla Stock News. Here we go. Elon Musk recently showed off this amazing piece of technology in a tweet that included a picture of a shiny black engine that looked so perfect that many people thought it was a computer-generated image. This engine, which is marked Raptor 3 SN1 and the number 1, marks the start of a new era in rocket power. What's different about the Raptor 3? Let's break it down. To begin, SpaceX has hinted at a possible new version called the Raptor 3X. It has built-in cooling systems in all of its parts because it is open and exposed. The outside makes it look easy, but the inside is very complicated. Things that generally stand out, like the pre-burner, gas manifolds, and other parts, are all built in without any problems. Yes, this is already being worked on, and there is a good plan for it. Details are still being kept secret, but the excitement is growing. When can we look forward to seeing this force come to life? Which model of the Starship will have this engine? These are the important questions that everyone in the space world is talking about. After Musk made the announcement, SpaceX official page confirmed it with pictures of the Raptor engines next to each other and a list of important specs for each version. This side-by-side comparison shows how the Raptor series has changed over time and how committed SpaceX is to new ideas and accuracy. One big improvement with the Raptor 3 is that it has less generated mass. For those who don't know, induced mass refers to the extra parts that are needed to support and connect the engine, like plumbing and structure supports. This needs to be kept to a minimum because it increases the rocket's total efficiency and payload capacity. We have a better idea of the big changes that have been made to Raptor engines over the years thanks to new information from SpaceX. The first Raptor 1 engine had a forced mass of 1,548 kilograms. This is the amount of non-engine mass that was needed to support and run the engine. This weight included everything from pipes and other systems to supports for the structure. After the change to Raptor 2, however, there was a huge drop in the produced mass, which was only 245 kilograms. Getting rid of extra weight and making the engine work better overall was made a big step forward with this. Even more progress has been made with the newest plane in the line, the Raptor 3. The induced mass for this version is now only 195 kilograms, which is 87% less than the induced mass for the original Raptor 1. The fact that the drop was so big shows that SpaceX is still working to improve and organize every part of their rocket engine technology. The Raptor 3 is also stronger than its predecessor, with a power of 280 tons, which is over 20% more than its predecessor. Its weight is almost cut in half. This isn't just an improvement, it's a revolution that brings us closer to spaceflight that is faster and stronger. We will compare the Raptor 3 to other drones on the market. The BE-4 engine is the most similar. It also uses a stepped combustion cycle with methane and oxygen and can push about 250 tons of material forward. But the Raptor 3 is better than even the most well-known rocket engines like the RS-25's 109 tons or the RD-180's 2 combustion chambers. Elon Musk isn't done yet, though. The Raptor 3X, a version that is still being kept secret, is estimated to have more than 300 metric tons of thrust and a thrust-to-weight ratio of more than 200. Tell us, what does this mean for us on Earth? The Raptor 3X will produce 200 units of thrust for every unit of engine mass. This will greatly improve rocket performance by giving it more power without adding bulk. The final goal of SpaceX's cutting-edge engineering work with the Raptor engines is truly amazing, getting up to 10,000 tons of thrust at liftoff. This amazing goal is very important for heavy lift missions that can send big loads into space and start exploring deep space, maybe even going beyond the Moon to Mars. Such a huge thrust capacity would cut down on the number of launches needed for big projects, which would speed up and lower the cost of space travel. Specific impulse, ISP, a measure of how quickly a rocket uses propellant, has also played a big role in the development of these engines. The ISP for the Raptor 3 is 350 seconds, which is faster than both its predecessor and the Blue Origin BE-4 engine. This means that the Raptor 3 can make more thrust with the same amount of fuel than other engines in its class. This is an important part of making spaceships go farther and do more. With the upcoming Raptor 3X, Elon Musk's idea goes even further. This rocket is expected to push the limits of current rocket technology by adding up to 5 seconds to ISP. This may seem like a small change, but it's actually a big step forward in rocket engine science. When ISP goes up, fuel is used more efficiently, which can make space trips last longer and do more. This improvement is very important because it lets spacecraft take more supplies, scientific equipment, or other payloads instead of extra fuel, which is very important for long-term missions like the ones planned to colonize Mars. Musk has said that the Raptor 3 is pushing the limits of what we know about physics, is also pushing the limits of material science, the efficiency of burning, cooling systems, and the design of the nozzle. These improvements aren't just about making rockets more powerful, they're also about making them work better in the harsh conditions of space travel. But launching the Raptor 3 isn't the end of the story. It is already being said that the Raptor 3X will be better in the future. But for now, the Raptor 3 is the clear winner. It has the most powerful engine in the world. People are really excited about the idea of multiple Raptor 3 engines powering the next generation of Starship prototypes, maybe even the Starship V2 versions that are currently being built. The April announcement from SpaceX says that the upcoming Starship V3 will have a booster that can hit the amazing 10,000 tons of thrust that Elon Musk wants for the Raptor 3X. It all started with the Raptor 1, which was a key testing ground where important steps forward in rocket technology were made possible by successful test firings. This base made it possible for the Raptor 2 to be released in 2020. It has more thrust and chamber pressure, which makes it more efficient. But the Raptor 3 is the real star of today's show. It is a shining example of innovation that has caught the attention and excitement of space fans all over the world. This new version is a huge step forward in engine development with speed, efficiency, and capability improvements that have never been seen before. SpaceX isn't just pushing the limits with the Raptor 3, they're redefining the limits of rocket power to get even more thrust and dependability. As we think about what the Raptor engine might look like in the future, questions come up. Is the Raptor 3 just a stopgap, somewhere between the Raptor 2 and something better? SpaceX isn't saying much about its long-term plans yet, but it's possible that the Raptor 3 is just a stopgap measure that lets the company gather useful information and make the engine even better. This makes me think that even more powerful versions might be coming out soon, like the Raptor 3X or even a Raptor 4 or 5. SpaceX's way of developing technology is unique in the rocket business. They are known for coming up with new ideas quickly and always making their products better. As part of an iterative process, they often release beta versions of their systems. SpaceX can use this plan to try new ideas, find places where they can be improved, and make their engines run better. There are some problems with this way of coming up with new ideas, though. It's normal for problems to happen during engine testing because it's a difficult and time-consuming process. SpaceX is still committed to making the Raptor engine better, even with these problems. They've come a long way in solving important design issues, making sure that the system will work even in the harsh conditions of space travel. SpaceX has added new materials to the engine that make it stronger and more stable after a lot of research and development. Also, making the engine's design simpler has been a key part of making it more reliable.